everybody, and welcome to the Rangers soccer field here in Alva, Oklahoma. I'm Cade Kennedy, ready to bring you another exciting edition of Rangers soccer this evening. It's a classic rivalry, Northwestern and Southwestern, and I mean, it really does not get any better than this. My co-host, my color commentator, so to speak, Dakota Wagner, will be joining me shortly. I currently don't actually know where he is. I'll find him eventually. That's always how this seems to work. But we are almost underway here in Alva, and so as we get going here, let's meet both the Bulldogs and the Rangers. Starting with the visitors from Southwestern, in goal this evening for them, number 0 will be Ashley Hughes, number 5 will be Astrid Tralla, number 6 Juliana Rocha, number 9 Tiana Watkins, number 17 Brianna Beniz, number 18 Anna Bager, number 19, Nicole Petrino, number 20, Elizabeth Moreno, number 21, Desiree Rodriguez, number 22, Lana Torres, and number 24, Claire Torrey, as we are underway here in Alva. Now introducing you to the Rangers on the other side here. In goal for the Rangers this evening will be number 1, Reagan Allen, followed by number 2, Abby Nunez, number 5, Caitlin Bedart, number 9, Callie Hainborg, number 10, Riley Marks, number 11, Kalani Kialoa, number 14, Sydney Edmiston, number 19, Taylor Songster, number 21, Caitlin Morphy, number 24, Cynthia Armas, and really the star of the show for the Rangers so far this year, number 27, Tiara Campbell. I'm finally joined here by my color commentator, Dakota Wagner. Dakota, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good tonight.
All right, well, as we are underway here, what are you looking forward to the most about this game tonight?
Well, I've been watching some film, and I really think that Tiara Campbell is going to be one to really beat in this competition here tonight.
And speaking of competition, it's already been a minute in, and we're seeing about what you usually see at the start of a soccer game. Both teams really just trying to get established at this point, trying to figure out their opponent here very early on in the game, as we're already a minute and a half into the game. So we see the Bulldogs continue to pass it around. That'll be Tralla trying to get it over to Rodriguez here, and well, the passing attack continues for the Bulldogs as they are able to get it down to center field, but the Rangers will get the ball. And that will be the person who really has shined on defense for the Rangers, Bedard getting the ball and then getting it over to Songster, who now gets it over to Hainborg and is now taken out by Southwestern. And the ball, I mean, just a continuous battle for the ball, finally gotten by Torrey for Southwestern, and we get a shot that goes over the goal. As we continue to get in play, Allen puts it back in play, and away we go again. Southwestern continuing to work the ball here. That will be Rocha continuing to drive with it now, trying to find anywhere to get it, and it is nearly stolen away by the Rangers here, but it continues to just be passed around by Southwestern. We see Baker continuing to kind of dribble it here, trying to find something, gets it over to Rodriguez, who shoots, and another miss. Is Allen able to scoop that one up? As Allen finally puts it back in play, Dakota, we've seen a few shots early on from Southwestern here. They're starting pretty aggressive, I would say.
Yeah, they're trying to take that early lead and then really play some hard defense and not try to let this Rangers score early on.
Just kind of funny, I'd say that's kind of how both teams like to play. They're both kind of more known for their defense this year, really trying to just score early, strike, and then really just settle in on you. As the Rangers continue to move down the field here, this would be Songster trying to pass it downfield, trying to find someone, and it is going to be once again a contest, and we've got an offside. Now finally back in play. Benitez has it for Southwestern, dribbling and trying to get something. Then it's stolen by Campbell. Campbell trying to find something to do. Gets it over to Nunez. She shoots and it goes over the goal. So now the Rangers kind of getting in on the action here. They said, hey, Southwestern's getting a few shots. We want a few of our own. Pretty decently executed, but you got to get it in. And I mean, that's the hardest. It sounds so easy to do, but very difficult in practice. So now Southwestern back with the ball as they continue to get their way to midfield. Be over to Bager. Over to Tralla. Both teams really fighting for the ball here, and we get a, I believe, tackle there, but and yes, we will get a throw in here by Rodriguez, who will get it into Watkins, who's looking to try to find something, gets it over to Torres, trying to find something, anything here. A little bit of a cross that's knocked away, and now Southwestern trying to reset back in the hands of Benitez. And now very quickly passed around from person to person here, trying to reset again. Back to Watkins over here, who's now in a battle with Songster. And we get a foul on Watkins. So the Rangers will take over. And it will be Caitlin Morphy kicking it in. She gets a kick out to Campbell. Try to find something to do here. Campbell has to get past the defender, and away she goes off to the races. I mean, this is whoever knows, and one gets knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with Northwestern.
That's not long enough.
Still 0-0 here, still 38 minutes to go in the first half. As it will be Songster throwing it in for the Rangers. Once again, we've got a battle here. I mean, that always is going to be the case. And once again, in the hands of Campbell. Trying to get it, but it is taken away by Bager. Continuing to battle with the ball. Watkins has it for Southwestern. And we get a foul on the Rangers, and that will be on Bedard. This is a really kind of interesting series between the two. Southwestern has the advantage. They've won 20 games compared to Northwestern 6, with 2 ties. The last time Northwestern actually defeated Southwestern was all the way back in 2014 here in Alva. And I mean, this is a rivalry that you look at it and you say Southwestern has dominated in it, but I mean, most of the games have been very close on in the series, so it's always a funny time when these two get together. As Nunez continues to get it, but it goes out of bounds. So Southwestern ready to put it in play. As we still have 36:40 to go here in the first half. And we are already back at center field. It always amazes me how, I mean, you just immediately go from your goal to center field just like that.
Yeah, very quick, fast-paced game. Got to keep on your feet at all times.
So we see here, I believe that is Watkins for Southwestern, who then gets it over to Torrey real quick. And then back out to Watkins. Then that is Marino coming in, trying to find somewhere to go with it. And it'll be knocked away. But it'll stay with Southwestern. That is Torrey again with the ball, trying to get it over to Torres with a shot that once again goes
Out.
Northwestern putting it back in play, but it's taken away by Southwestern for a moment. Kicked up in the air by Torrey, and now the chase is on for who is going to get that ball. It finds its way into the hands of Rocha for Southwestern, and then immediately back to Torrey, and now over to Trolla. And then moved over to Rodriguez, trying to find something, anything here early on. Because that ball will be kind of quick passes here. 3 quick passes in a row, and now here we go to another one. It's always the fun part of the game. Both teams really starting to get into it now. Before it is taken away by Morphy of Northwestern. Now put back into play here. Southwestern getting it back again. Before Northwestern steals it right back. Could be Abby Nunez getting it right back and gets it out to Songster, who now has a little bit of room to try to find something here. Passing it up to Campbell. Campbell trying to find something here. Gets it on over back to Nunez. Over Ainborg, who misses. But a very good look for the Rangers.
Yeah, really good spot there and just kicked it too far left.
I know, just a little bit too wide. So we are already 11 minutes in, still 0-0, but I mean, very good looks so far for both teams.
Both teams have had some pretty good shots, just nothing ready to fall just yet.
As we see the ball continuing to move around the field. Southwestern gets it, then Northwestern gets it, then Southwestern gets it back. I mean, it's always fun to see the back and forth here between these two.
Oh yeah.
Finally in the hands of Baker, trying to get it over. And does, gets it over to Watkins, trying to find someone, and that is Torrey. She's able to get it across. And then Northwestern takes it back. Now in the hands of Morphy for the Rangers, getting it over to Bedard. Looking for someone to get it to, and gets it over to Campbell. Trying to find something to do, contested by Rodriguez, and she's able to get it. And will throw it in. She does, throws it into Rocha. Now back out to Benitez. Now over to Baker. As they continue to try to work their way, Northwestern trying to make them work backwards. And that ball is going to be kicked and out of bounds. It'll go to the Rangers. Also feel free to work the camera here whenever they get kind of closer up to get some close-up shots. And Southwestern back with it, trying to find something here. This is Rocha again, trying to find an opportunity, but gives it right back to Northwestern, who then gives it right back to Southwestern, who kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a Rangers ball. So the Rangers will be throwing it in on the far side here, trying to find someone. They do. It's Nunez. Kicking it on over to Songster, who's got a little bit of room to deal with before Watkins closes in on her. A good move there by Songster, trying to find any way to get her around. And it is going to be over to Campbell, who gets it now, trying to set something up. She's trying to move around here, got double teamed, gets it back to Songster for a moment, tries to, but it'll go to Southwestern as it goes out of bounds. So now it will be Rodriguez throwing it in for the Bulldogs. And she is able to get it in, and it eventually finds its way into the legs of Benitez, who then gets it over to Torrey, who then gives it back to Northwestern. Battle continues. The ball continuing just really to go back and forth between both teams here. And finally knocked away by Bedard there. And we finally have an offside. as we still have 30 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Still 0-0 here in Alva, as everyone slowly makes their way up the field. And so it'll be Trala getting it out to Baker for Southwestern, trying to get it over, and they will. They'll find its way to Moreno, who then gets it and tries to get it across, but Northwestern takes it back. And now we've got a little bit of a mix-up there between two Ranger players as they nearly collide into each other, but now it's Abby Nunez with the ball for Northwestern. And it goes out of bounds, but will stay with Northwestern. The ball is thrown into Campbell, trying to find something here. And it is knocked away by Benitez, and then it finally makes its way over to Claire Torrey, and Southwestern has the ball once again. Southwestern once again trying to get it downfield, but now we've got a bit of a fight here for it. You always love to see good, nice match between two players going for the ball. And it's finally knocked away. And Hainborg has it. A lot of room for Hainborg, and it is knocked away by Southwestern. She's trying to get it, I believe, up to Campbell. And then Hainborg gets it back for a moment, only for Southwestern to regain possession in Rodriguez getting the ball. Now it is back over to Torrey, who gets it over to Torres. And she passes it down to Benitez, who fakes out a person. She's got a shot, and it is wide, and it is knocked out by Torrey. So the Rangers defense bends but does not break once again. The Rangers ready to put it back in play, and they finally do, getting it over to Nunez, and then over to Campbell. Campbell trying to find something that'll work here. Gets it back over to Nunez, but a good tackle there by Southwestern, but it goes over to Hainborg for a moment, and Morphy tried to make a play on it, but nothing really there. Southwestern continuing to battle with it as they start to push it down the field. Torres getting very good opportunities here to just keep that ball there, and now Southwestern will have a little bit better possession. Still continuing to be passed around here by the Bulldogs. Winds up to Benitez, trying to find something here. Benitez really trying to find anything that'll work here, and it is knocked away by Kalani Kialawa. And so goes out of bounds, and Southwestern, I believe, will still have the ball. 27 minutes left in the first half here. As it will be Rodriguez getting it on the corner kick here. A cross, and it is so close to being a goal. It will not happen. We get our first substitution of the day. Appears, or we're trying to. It looks like we've got someone shaking up for the Bulldogs. And Jaslyn Norwood will come into the game, getting Songster out. And so Northwestern finally puts it in play. Southwestern immediately making a play on it. And so as Southwestern has it, Benitez trying to find someone, going to get it over to Torrey, who then gets it back out. And then Northwestern makes a play on it. It was Nunez again, as she tries to find someone, able to boot it down the field. No one around. It's just a race for Campbell. Can she get to it before it goes out of bounds? She is able to get to it. Now Campbell looking to attack. My bad. On the corner kick here. And on the cross, it will be knocked up by Hughes. But the battle for it, as Hainboard will get it back to Northwestern, back over to Nunez, now over to Norwood. And she loses it. And Tori running down the field, trying to find anyone. She's got a lot of room right now. Rangers finally starting to close in, and some good defense there with the Rangers able to make him work backwards. But Southwestern still has it as Baker gives it over to Trump. And then Norwood able to try to get it, but we have a penalty on Norwood. And so once again, we will have a throw-in by Rodriguez for Southwestern. And she's able to get it in. And we have a penalty, it appears, on Watkins. So Northwestern will get the ball back with Morphy kicking it. And she does, and a ball that comes pretty close to me, actually. I don't think that was the intention of that one, but I mean, I'll take it, but I don't think that's the move you want to make. Northwestern still with the ball here. So Bedard gets it back out to center field, and then Nunez is able to get it away from a Southwestern player. Nunez getting it up, and Mark's trying to fight for it. And it will be a corner. Northwestern will get another corner kick. Now 21's a starter for them.
No, they have a subject.
So with 22:45 left to go in the first half here, still 0-0, and another corner kick for Northwestern. And on the cross, it will be knocked away. Northwestern trying to make something out of it at this point, and it will be an offside.
Do you need a number?
And so Southwestern will get it back. So we'll wait to see what will happen here. The crowd has filled up quite a bit. There were not as many people here when the game started, but now as more and more people remembered that this game was on, hey, why not make your way out to the soccer field and see a game this evening? And so Norwood getting the ball for the Rangers, getting it over to Campbell. She gets around someone, trying to find any way to get something here.
Handball.
Bouncing off players. Now we got a fight here, and Armas is able to take it away, and a good deflection there by Southwestern. Right back to Armas, though. And she's able to get it and kick it, and it will be over to Riley Marks. Now we've got a battle for it here between Marks and Tori, and now it'll continue to be bounced around between players. Northwestern getting it back, now back over to Southwestern, and it will be Benitez's ball for the Southwestern. And she is able to get it over to Watkins, continuing to try to get it, but Norwood tries to stop her, but Watkins gets it right back, able to get around someone right to Allen. Trying to get a shot there, but that was a little too right on the nose. You can't really kick it right down central and expect that one to work every time. As Northwestern puts it back in play, and Southwestern continuing to bounce it around with a few headers here. Southwestern continuing to try to move it here, but it goes out of bounds and will be Northwestern ball.
15.
It looks like we will
15
have
for 10.
another sub for Northwestern here, as number 15 Isabella McMillan comes into the game for Riley Marks.
Keep it if you need it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As Northwestern throws it in here, continuing to try to find something in Southwestern, Northwestern going at it again. Ball just kind of rolling around here as McMillan, who just came into the game, was by it, but was not able to get it.
We have a sub.
And we finally have a sub for Southwestern. Summer Bass will come into the game for Tiana Watkins. So Northwestern already with 2 substitutions, Southwestern just making their first substitution with 19 minutes to go here in the first half. Both teams continuing to battle it around here. As right now, Rocha trying to get it out to someone, eventually bounces around, goes off. Someone from Southwestern, as Northwestern gets it, they throw it in. And now we've got Armas trying to find someone, gets it over to McMillan, and Northwestern will get a corner once again. So I believe the 3rd corner already of the game for Northwestern. Still trying to get on the board in a 0-0 game. And it is up and batted away. And once again, another opportunity to score here for Northwestern. That one's kicked up by Edmiston. And it will be another just great defensive play there by Southwestern, keeping it away. And this one will go almost out of bounds. I thought it did. Goes back to Northwestern. Southwestern trying to challenge though, and they do finally get the ball. But then a little bit of a miscue there by Torres for Southwestern. But the Dogs will get it back. For a moment though, as Northwestern now trying to contest, then they have the ball back. It'll go over to McMillan. She tries to find somewhere down the field to get it to, but it only finds the hands of Ashley Hughes. So Southwestern booting it away here, trying to continue their advance up the field. Northwestern once again chasing them back. It's Tralla trying to get away with the ball here, getting it over to, I believe that is Petrino, I want to say. Getting it down and goes out of bounds there and will stay with Southwestern. So Southwestern throwing the ball in. An immediate contest by Northwestern, which you love to see. And a shot that will go wide. That was Bass, who was subbed in a little bit ago, trying to get the shot for Southwestern, but nothing there. So Northwestern getting it back in, and immediately giving it back to Al and say, hey, wait a minute, we need a redo on this. So the ball once again bouncing around, trying to find somewhere to get it off to for Southwestern, and it would go out of bounds.
We got subs. 17 for 11.
And a few more subs
2.
for Northwestern.
17 for 11, 22 for 2.
It will be Lily Anderson coming in and Carly Massengale coming in for Northwestern, for Abby Nunez and for Kalani Kiloa, as the ball will go right back to Southwestern here as they throw it in. Getting in is Rocha over to Baker. She then gets it over to Torres before it is taken back by Northwestern. And now Massengale, who immediately comes into the game, gives it to Armas, trying to find somewhere downfield. Gets it over. Who's going to get it? It's a bit of a race for it, but it will be, or not caught, but it'll go to Southwestern. Now we got a bit of a collision there. Is Southwestern trying to get it, and Northwestern finally getting it back. So I had to just slow it down a bit here, as this will be Anderson trying to find someone open, but instead it finds Southwestern. So they once again try to set up here. But Northwestern able to get it right back. Now is Northwestern just kind of kicking it around here, trying to keep it away from Bass, who's trying to contest. This will be, now it is Massengale giving it over to Hainborg, but Southwestern able to get it back with Rocha trying to get over, but now Northwestern has it back. That was Norwood giving it over, and it'll go back to Allen. Then tries to put it back in. Goes up in the air for a brief moment there, but now Northwestern has the ball again before it is immediately taken back by Southwestern. And it kind of feels like everyone calming down for a moment as now Northwestern gets it back. This is Bedard giving it over to Norwood, who now gets it over to Massengale. I'm trying to get it here. Massengale trying to keep it from going out of bounds, and she does. Trying to find someone to get it to. Gets it over to McMillan. So we got a battle here for it, and it will go just to the left of the goal.
They got a sub. 15 for 22.
It appears we have another sub here.
7 for 24. 8 for 14. There we go. You got theirs? Okay.
Can you say that again?
Yeah.
On the subs
For us or them?
for both, actually.
Us 7 for 24.
Okay.
And then 8 for 14.
Okay.
And then for them 15 for 22.
All right, 15 for 22. All right, thank you. So after a bit more substituting, Northwestern back with the ball here.
Okay.
This will immediately go out of bounds.
Another
Substitution. Several more substitutions.
25 for 27.
As Campbell will be subbed out and Giselle Holguin coming in
Good.
for Northwestern. So the subs. What was the other sub for Northwestern?
3 for 5.
3 for 5. And it'll be Avery Cambria coming in for Bedard.
Stepped up. Yeah.
Northwestern really trying to kind of play around with people here, see who all they can get in, and kind of see what works here today.
Yeah, they're really just kind of just running around the field, trying to play keep away, and it's kind of working right now. And Southwestern really hasn't had the ball that much in the past 5 minutes or so.
And that's what I've kind of noticed, is both teams really started pretty aggressive. We haven't seen that much of aggressiveness from Southwestern, as you could give that credit to the Northwestern defense, you could say, for pretty much letting them get maybe 1 or 2 real opportunities to score there.
Kind of slowing the pace down and being more smart about the ball and just trying to play keep away.
Speaking of keep away, that is exactly what Southwestern's trying to prevent right now. They finally have the ball back, as Rocha trying to find someone. She's able to, and now it quickly goes over to Benitez for a moment. Now it is back to Benitez, trying to find someone. She is able to find someone, Southwestern, and we get almost a takedown by Abby McLaughlin of Northwestern. And now Southwestern immediately getting the ball back. And now it is back in for Rocha. She looks to try to get it down the field over to Baker, who then gets it and shoots, and it's right to Allen.
Really didn't even have to move there. She just caught it like she was catching a touchdown right in the end zone.
I know. I mean, that's the second time that's happened so far today, where they try to get it right to Allen. I don't really think line drive is the most effective form of trying to score in this one.
I don't really think it is either.
So it's continuing to battle here, Northwestern.
Throw.
Really trying to get after it is Massengale. Pretty good effort there. And it is going to be, I believe, thrown in here. We're kind of kicking the ball around, waiting for play to start back up. Only 9.5 minutes until halftime. Still 0-0. Southwestern. Oh, I thought they were going to get 3 straight consecutive bounces off the head there. I mean, they got pretty close, though. And now we'll go right back over to Northwestern to Anderson. And then bat it away. Trying to get something up in the air. It goes off the kick by Morphy. And as everyone just kind of continuing to bounce it around here. Trying to find someone, and once again another battle as Holguin able to get it around over to Heineborg, who is trying to find someone quick for Northwestern. She did find Morphy, but it eventually rolls out of bounds.
16.
Go to Southwestern.
Or 16. How's it sunk yet?
Now the Bulldogs once again trying to set up, find anything they can as the ball kicked around, trying to find something. Northwestern able to get it back as Heineborg is able to get it over to Faith Nino, making her first appearance of the game, getting it over to Norwood. She gets it back to Nino for a brief moment before it's taken away by Baker. Now right back to Northwestern for a brief moment of time. Then it was over to Rocha, and now it is back over to Torrey, who then gets it all the way down, trying to get Swain, who was subbed in earlier. And it will go to a corner kick. And we have even more substitutions.
8 for 17. Or 16 for 9, there, 8 for 17.
8 for who for Southwestern?
8 for 17.
17, okay. So a few more substitutions. So Benita is coming out for Southwestern, and coming in is Sola Saruda, which, I mean, kind of an interesting story from New Zealand. You don't see many New Zealanders here in Oklahoma, but
that's kind of interesting.
That is actually something I kind of wanted to mention during this broadcast, is that Southwestern has a lot of players from all over the world. You've got Australia, Denmark, Colombia, New Zealand, Slovakia, Denmark, Germany. They've got a lot of international players, which is really neat to see.
Yeah,
I mean, anytime you can get players from all over the world to come to Weatherford, Oklahoma, I mean, with the tradition Southwestern has of being a good soccer team, it always is neat to see that.
oh yeah.
So we've got Western lining it downfield, but unfortunately, it's a bit out of bounds. With 6:27 until halftime, still 0-0. As players kind of continue to mosey back downfield. Southwestern able to throw it in, but it's quickly taken back away by Northwestern for a moment. It was McMillan getting it, but it goes right back out of bounds. And will go right back to Southwestern as they will throw it in. And that they will. They get it into Swain. And then it immediately is taken away again by McMillan. Opportunity nearly set up for a moment before Trala kicks it back. Now Southwestern trying to drive down. And it will go out of bounds again, and Southwestern will get to throw it in again. As we slowly get closer to halftime. Only 5:23 until halftime. Still 0-0. A very good defensive game by both teams.
Holy.
As we get another tackle in by McLaughlin, I believe that was.
For them.
As we continue to see a really good defensive battle, and it goes out of bounds. Like it feels like the ball's gone out of bounds like 8 different times here in the past few minutes.
I mean, both teams are just trying to. Looks like they're trying to run some time off that clock so they can get to halftime and take a break.
Well, I mean, if you're Northwestern, I wouldn't think they would be that tired. I mean, a lot of substitutions for the Rangers in the first half, something we've seen a little bit of this year, trying to just kind of figure out this pace, as it is Holguin getting it over, and we got a little bit of an opportunity here for the Rangers. Holguin coming down, trying to find somewhere, and hesitates, and Southwestern's able to get it away. But it will be found back again by McMillan, getting it over to Holguin, and it will go out of bounds.
It's a shot. It's back. It's a header. You can shoot that up. On target.
And so, I mean, another good possession there by Northwestern. It couldn't capitalize. So as the ball goes back into play, bouncing around off a Ranger and then a Bulldog, and now back to the Rangers, now back to the Bulldogs, now back to the Rangers. Really just going back and forth as Holguin again trying to get it downfield, and it was for a moment going to Nino and then back to Southwestern as Swain gets it downfield over to, I believe that is Tori. It is Tori. And she's able to try to get something going here, and it is deflected for a moment by Anderson, and Northwestern able to try to get it back to midfield before Trala gets it. And it will go back over to Bass. No way. Before getting back to Northwestern, and that's Massengale. She's got room. She gets it over to Holguin before it is knocked out by Petrino of Southwestern. It'll go out of bounds, but be Ranger ball with 2:45 until halftime.
Good field position here for the Rangers.
Exactly. If you're Northwestern, you absolutely need to get an opportunity here, and they will get it with a foul on Trala.
There you go, Bird.
If they can just get a score here, that momentum right into halftime would be really great here for the Rangers.
It really would. I mean, this would be big time momentum shift. You know, I mentioned it. I don't remember if you were in the room with me or not when I mentioned, you know, Northwestern has not won against Southwestern since 2014. So if they could get a, you know, even just a little bit of momentum heading into halftime here, thinking, hey, we've got a shot at this. We're doing well here. That confidence can go a long way.
Oh yeah, especially if you have that mindset just to keep that confidence with you.
Exactly.
Come on now.
And so it is by McMillan, and it hits off the crossbar, the bar. Oh, good luck, just a little too much on it.
Heart sinker right there for you.
I know. I mean, it looked good, and looks good, felt good, wasn't good though. And so Southwestern will reposition themselves here with 1:25 until halftime. Still 0-0. So it is booted away by Hughes, trying to get really anything here if you can in the final minute.
Keep it away from the Bulldogs.
I mean, if you're Northwestern, that really is the strategy here, as McMillan continues to drive down the field trying to find something before it is taken away by Southwestern, and it sails completely out. I mean, that went over the fence.
Oh, yeah.
So not only did that one go out of bounds, that's just completely out of play.
Had to get ball boy out there.
Yeah.
New ball.
And now it is finally back in play. And Southwestern once again controlling the ball. As they're able to continue to try to get something, but it will be out of bounds and be Southwestern's ball. As the Bulldogs continuing to try to find something, and it goes out of bounds again. And this time, possession will go to the Rangers.
Seconds ticking away.
17 seconds See if there's any extra time added, and it goes out of bounds again, and we'll go to Southwestern.
10, 9, 8, 7,
And as clock
6,
starts to run
5,
here in a battle,
4,
you're right
3,
before the half,
2,
and as the bell
0.
And as the bell sounds, half one is done, and it is still 0-0. So it is officially halftime here. We will take a break and be back after this. You're listening and watching NWTV7's broadcast of Ranger Soccer.
Howdy, Rangers. Are you needing that morning drink, snack, something to wake you up, start your day, make you feel alive? Well, come on down to the Ranger Market, located in a student center, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. to get your half-price Starbucks drink. Or come get your regular snack price items. Ride, Rangers, ride. Hey Rangers, are you wanting to get loud, excited, and on your feet for a sporting event? Well, we encourage you to come out, but not alone. Bring a friend or family member and show them the experience on what it's like to be a true Ranger. So when that next home game rolls around, they'll be begging for you to go. So get loud, get proud, and bring that special someone to cheer the Rangers on as they make that game-winning score. And as always, ride, Rangers, ride.
Do you need to work out but don't have a place to do it? Then head on over to the Wellness Center. They are open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Sunday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Need help on what to do? They have personal training. Want to learn how to swim? Take one of the swim lessons. How, do you ask? Just walk into the front desk and start a membership. Or if you're a student, just swipe your card. Ride, Rangers, ride. Were you stuck doing homework on game day? Or even stuck at work? Or maybe you just couldn't make it? Well, fear not. NWTV7 has you covered. Stop what you're doing and pull out your phone, tablet, or computer, whatever you have, and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at NWTV7, so you can stay up to date and don't miss anything that we do. Ride, Rangers, ride.
And we are back with the second half of play here in Alva.
Start? Is it same start?
As we do have a few stats to actually run down as the second half gets started here.
No, it's not.
Now, of course, still 0-0 game here. I mean, some good saves by the Rangers. You had 4 saves.
Them or us?
Do that first.
And
Okay.
Southwestern having 2.
24.
Southwestern with 3 fouls. Northwestern with 2. Northwestern with 3 corner kicks. Southwestern with 1. And Southwestern with 8 shots in the first half.
8.
Northwestern with 5.
19.
So it was pretty interesting to see Isabel McMillan coming off the bench for Northwestern with 2 shots on
I
goal.
can't see her jersey.
And for Southwestern, the big player kind of was Claire
21.
Torrey with 3 shots. So overall, what would you kind of say about the first half, Dakota?
A lot of shot, well, not a lot of shots, a lot of back and forth, a lot of good defensive plays, and this looks like it's going to be a
Number
dogfight to the
18?
end, is what it looks
18.
like. Right then.
I mean, it most definitely will. I mean,
Okay, we got
anytime
18.
you get 2
We got
teams that
5,
kind of like being
3,
defensive, are not
8,
afraid to do it, and get
16,
down and dirty, and make the
24,
big stop, that's going to
11,
happen. You're going to get a pretty tight
10,
game. And the last time
25,
these two met was
27.
in Weatherford, or technically last season, but this year, when Southwestern got a 2-0 win.
25.
So it'll be interesting to see if that kind of plays a factor. Northwestern knowing, hey,
3, 5, 10,
you know, it was kind of like this last year. Things are a bit different though. We're ranked number 8 in the Central Region rankings. They came out today. They're
Yes.
still number 8.
Impressive. 5-1.
It is 5-1 record. Southwestern only 2-4. But I mean, Southwestern has
No.
played some tough competition, as we
It's
see
43
Swain trying to get the ball, but then is knocked away by McLaughlin. that then goes right back to Southwestern,
It's 42.
as that is
Well,
Saluta
no,
getting it out. And then eventually we'll go Athens. So already 2 minutes gone here in the first half. So what would you expect to see for the rest of the game, Dakota? I know we already kind of talked about what has happened.
I mean, as long as the Rangers score first, that momentum's going to be high. They got a really good goalkeeper. I mean, as long as Bulldogs just keep on shooting it right to her chest, I think we'll be fine. And I think Charles Campbell's going to score the first goal tonight.
You think so?
Oh, I
That's the
know so.
game or the stats?
Well, I mean, it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens. 42 minutes until we reach the end of regulation. Still 0-0 here.
I have a feeling this might go into overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like one of those types of games. As we wait, and Tralla finally getting the ball off, and it goes right into a mix of players here, as it is Swain coming out with it for Southwestern, getting it over to Moreno, as she's able to try to get it right to someone. Southwestern battling around. That was Bass trying to get something. But Northwestern is able to fend it off, as Armis is able to knock it away.
Good defense there by the Rangers.
Exactly. And we continue to see the fighting really going on here. Armis and Bass just continuing to battle there, and finally neither of them have it. As we get back to midfield, trying to find something. Campbell was trying to get involved in there. And now finally we see Avery Cambria for the Rangers, who's still out there, one of the subs of the first half. Able to try and get something. And that ball goes out of bounds and will go to Southwestern. Southwestern throwing it in here. And man, for a brief moment that looked like it was going to go right back to Northwestern. It doesn't. Bulldogs have an opportunity here. They have a shot, and it is pulled right. Swain had a pretty good look at it for a moment, but was not able to get it done.
Every time they shoot that ball, you just want to hold your breath.
I know, every time it's one of those, uh-oh. You're going to have that moment where you think about, like, please don't go in if you're a Northwestern fan.
Cool kick.
The Rangers able to get it back out here, and bouncing off people as it feels like it's done all day today. I mean, that's most soccer games, but it always feels kind of interesting to see it bounce around like it does.
It's kind of like they're playing hot potato. You want it, you want it, you want it.
Exactly. Now Southwestern back with it again. It's Swain again, trying to find anywhere to go with it, trying to get around Bedard. And that ball finally sails over
I wouldn't have
and will
that.
go out of bounds.
No, don't have that.
And once again, Northwestern will put it into play. And so it is Cambria with the ball again, trying to get somewhere. Goes right back to Southwestern. Has now batted around the Bass, who tries to find someone. It's taken away by Northwestern, by Mia Thompson, who's another one of the subs we saw late in the first half. Then going over to Southwestern, and eventually finds its way to Hughes, the goalkeeper, knocking it away, and Southwestern continuing to roll downfield with the ball. Finally, Northwestern trying to recover here, trying to find something here. They get it over to Bedard. And a little bit of miscommunication there. I don't know if they were ready for that pass, but that ball will get knocked out of bounds by, I believe that is Swain for Southwestern knocking it out. It is immediately thrown back in and goes right back to Swain. I mean, she's just been kind of fly everywhere the ball has been. It feels like Swain's been so far in the second half for Southwestern.
Yeah, she just kind of pops it right at the right moment.
If you're Northwestern, you have to be a little bit careful though when you have a player like that who just kind of, it feels like is always there with the ball. So Southwestern back with it again, gets it over, but then it isn't intercepted. I guess intercepted would be the proper term for it. Kind of almost sounds like a different football. But
Yeah.
Doing it.
Southwestern continuing to try to pass it around, get downfield. Once again, it's Swain, but it's knocked away for a brief moment by McLaughlin, and we get,
Nope.
I believe, let's see here.
15 on. No, not yet.
I don't know. Let's see here. I don't know if that was a penalty or what do we have going on here. We got a Ranger player down. Looks like that is McLaughlin who's down.
We're good. Foul number 15 on Grady.
And it will be a foul on Swain for Southwestern.
Stop it.
Official timeout, I think.
And I believe we've got
Making sure she's
timeout
all
here.
right.
Yeah, I think an official's timeout.
He's seen the face up.
Yeah. I went over to check on McLaughlin, make sure everything's okay.
She got me. Respectfully. She disrespectfully.
I believe we'll take a timeout here as we've got an injury timeout, I guess you could say, is the best way to put it.
Yep.
And so we will be back after this.
And so
Play.
And we are back here after the injury
I'm
timeout.
proud of you on that one.
As we're continuing to see, I guess McLaughlin's going to stay in the game, which is always good to see after taking a hit like that to stay in as that ball goes out of bounds. And it will be Northwestern's balls. They will throw it in. It'll be McLaughlin throwing it in.
she can't be stopped.
Not right now. It's going to take a little bit more than that to get her down. Southwestern continuing to try to get it away. Northwestern, the shot there by Holtwood, but it was blocked. Now Southwestern able to try to get control back of it. We got a race for the ball once again. Trying to see who's going to get it here before it goes out. It does go out, and it will be, I believe, Northwestern ball. Yes, it will. Northwestern throwing it in, and it will be kind of right on top of us here. Not the best vantage point, but knocked away. Now we go back in fourth once again. Northwestern trying to get it. It was misplayed by Brogan Winston, one of the new subs for Northwestern.
It's their turn. Oh, it's
And
right
there we
there.
go out of bounds once again. But Northwestern keeps the ball, trying to still attack and get your first goal again before it goes out of bounds again, but it's still Northwestern ball.
You're about to have a sub.
And we are getting close to another substitution here. Northwestern throwing it in again into Campbell. Trying to find something to do here. It'll be knocked around, go back to Southwestern, who's able to boot it out all the way across the field. And it will be fielded by Cambria for Northwestern.
Save it. No.
Tries to kick it, and it goes right to Swain, who continues to fly everywhere, it feels like, for Southwestern. And she gets it over to Moreno for a moment, who gets it over to Petrino, who then gets it downfield, and Bedard gets it for Northwestern real quick. Back over to Kealoha for Northwestern, back to Bedard. And then over to Campbell. So the Rangers continue to try to make something happen.
Oh boy.
And Campbell continuing to race downfield, trying to find something. It's over to Holdwin, who tries to get something. It's deflected off the player. Will go out of bounds and be Northwestern ball as it's getting intense when a microphone falls to the floor here.
Got excited.
Nothing wrong with being passionate about the game. And Northwestern continues to try to claw their way down the field here, I guess would be the best way to say it, is keep going back and forth, but Southwestern getting a hold of it now. It'll be Saruda getting it over to Swain. He's able to get it away and get around the defender. Swain trying to find something here for Southwestern. Gets it over. It's deflected. It goes in another shot, and it is caught by Allen.
What a save.
I mean, a pretty good save there.
She needs to try for football, be a wide receiver.
Why was playing?
6
What?
No. Okay, we're down to 1.
And as Northwestern throws it in. They're continuing to try to advance it
Mr. Come in.
down the field,
Number
and
8.
Southwestern able to boot it away.
Oh,
It will get back into the hands of
Is it
Northwestern
giving
for a brief moment before it is kicked out of bounds and will be Southwestern ball.
number 9 is coming in for 15 for SWOSU.
And another substitution as Tiana Watkins will re-enter the game for Southwestern with Swain coming out.
What number? I was trying to read their numbers. I got 0, 4, 5.
Southwestern throwing it in.
I'm going to read them to you.
That'll be in, I believe, to Watkins.
We got,
As the ball
Campbell.
continues to fly around, and
we got 10,
we have a stop.
24,
Yes.
20,
Yes.
19,
Yes.
5,
Yes.
8.
So as we continue to kind of wait here, 33 minutes until the end of regulation, still 0-0.
You said no?
Is there 18?
This is definitely
Yes.
looking a
18.
bit better than last year's game so far, or last season for
21.
Northwestern. Still in this game, it's not over yet by any means.
I don't
Let's
think
hope that we can get a save here.
Exactly. Need another big stop. You've been getting them all game. Hope you can get another one here.
I think she's pretty good, or she can. Right over the top.
Speaking of it, yeah, sure enough, right over the top. I mean, that was
I don't know.
very close once again. There was a brief moment where I thought, uh-oh, that went in, but
6.
thankfully it didn't.
It's really-
Northwestern now with the ball.
I don't think
And
number
it's
3.
almost a mistake there, like Cambria, but
So number 4?
and now Northwestern going with it. Armis
think
trying to
number
find
4 is
someone to
in
get it to, gets it over to Bedard. Who she then boots it over to, I believe that is still McMillan.
We got here.
Brogan.
And then over to Campbell trying to find something. Southwestern battling. Campbell's able to get around her. She's got a little bit of room trying to find someone. She does. It was Armis for a moment, but couldn't contain it. Now Armis gets it back, finds McLaughlin, was able to boot it over. Tried to do a header, was
Give
Holguin,
that to 25.
and that will go out of bounds. So
We got
very good chances for both sides here in the last few moments, as it looks like we'll have a few more substitutions ready to go.
5,
Yeah,
21, 9.
just trying to get that header.
9 for
and,
16.
they're definitely playing with a little bit more momentum here in the
25.
second half, trying to take
Exactly.
more shots, and I'm liking it.
Exactly. And sure enough, we see Abby Nunez return to the game.
And then
Callie Hainborg returned to the game for the
21 for five.
Rangers here. So some more substituting going on by Northwestern, trying to keep their players fresh in this one.
Emma.
Southwestern starting to try to march down the field here with Bass getting it over. Now she gets it back, trying to find something here, but it is stopped by Morphy of the Rangers. And then she gets it over to Marks, trying to find someone. It's taken away again by Southwestern. Now we've got a bit of a battle before we get a foul.
24.
And I believe
R24, they're number
that will be on Armis of Northwestern.
On their number 8.
I don't like that order.
So it'll be Moreno for Southwestern
We're ahead of number 9.
getting the ball here. We also have Ranger volleyball going on tonight. Coincidentally enough, also against Southwestern, that game being in Weatherford. It's interesting to see two Northwestern Southwestern games on the same night.
Easy
Moreno tries to get that one, and another save by Allen.
Didn't have enough kick there to even go to the net.
No, had a bit of a spin on it too. I don't know even if it had the power, it would have made it.
Didn't look like it.
So Allen able to boot it off. And the battle continues. Here's neither side really kind of establishing themselves as the dominant team, which is kind of what you expected this evening. As that one's booted away by McLaughlin. And a good block there by Nunez
You don't need to do
for
this
Northwestern.
while you do that.
As it will go out of bounds and be Southwestern ball. They will throw it in, trying to get it over to Rocha.
Oh, she held her by the arm.
Yeah, we got another penalty
Is
here.
it number 8 on number 6?
And I
Yeah.
think it's on McLaughlin of Northwestern who the penalty's on. As we only have 28 minutes until the end of regulation.
Seems like it's gone by pretty quick.
It really has, and that's kind of always an interesting thing about soccer is that clock does not stop for anything or anyone.
No timeouts.
Right on there.
That's half time.
Your main timeout is halftime, which is weird to think about as Petrino boots it off. And it is saved by Allen.
Barely.
Oh man, that was
She had it, dropped it.
She had it for a moment, dropped it, regained it, and I mean a very big save there. That kind of felt like the Northwestern of last year trying to come out for a moment, but not today, at least yet.
She's had some good saves. She continues to have some good saves, and hopefully she saves every single one of them from now on.
As it is booted downfield, getting over to Campbell, trying to make something happen. Got an opportunity. Looking for Armas, but couldn't get it. And so now Southwestern running back down with it. It's Torrey trying to get something. Gets it over to Bass. Now we got a bit of a battle. Who's going to get it? It'll be Southwestern. Still to be Rocha. Trying to get something as she works her way up the field. Now we'll have to get it back over to Moreno. And then over to Petrino. Down the field, it'll go back onto the Northwestern side. It'll be taken up by Morphy for the Rangers. And now the ball kind of rolls its way down before McLaughlin gets to it. She's able to get it for a brief moment, getting some battle back and forth, kicking it around, trying to find something out of bounds, and it will stay with Northwestern as that one is thrown in. And we see the battle rage on, both sides getting a few good passes in, but to the other team.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. That's how it's been the entire game. Is Hainborg trying to get something done for the Rangers, gets it over to Campbell. Campbell looking for somewhere to go, trying to find anyone. She did. She got it over to Nunez. Nunez still battling around here against the Southwestern defender. I believe that is Trollop. Defending it out, getting it down, and once again, going
We got sub.
downs, and it looks like,
Help us this out.
I believe, yes we will, we'll get another sub as
14 for
Edmiston comes in for McLaughlin for the Rangers, and for Southwestern, Swain comes back in. "26 minutes until the end of regulation as the ball once again enters play. And we see the battle back and forth. Ball continuing to be fought for.
Foul.
We got a penalty.
On 18.
We got a penalty there, I believe, on Watkins of Southwestern. And it will be booted off by Cambria of Northwestern. Over trying to find someone and an opportunity here for Armas, but she loses it. There's Swain again.
That's a corner.
And yet we will get a corner opportunity once again.
Hopefully we get a header here.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, right into the goal.
I mean, you'd absolutely love to see that there for Northwestern. I think if you're either team at this point, just like, you just want one goal.
One goal.
Yeah. I mean, that is the whole point of the game.
I'd rather have Northwestern score it.
So here we go. The shot is up and a good just header right there by Hughes, keeping that away. But it goes over to Hainborg of Northwestern for a moment before going out of bounds, and it'll stay with Northwestern.
Got 3 subs coming in.
Or 15.
15,
Thrown in,
17.
and Southwestern's able to take it away. Southwestern trying to get something done here, but it is knocked out of bounds. It's for, yes it is. Oh, and we almost got a collision and then nearly another collision with the same two people. As the ball's thrown back in play. Fighting forward again, Campbell trying to get a hold of it before Southwestern's able to reestablish themselves for a brief moment before the ball is knocked out of bounds by Cambria of Northwestern. The ball will stay with Southwestern. And they will throw it in. Southwestern trying to establish anything here, but
What?
doesn't have it. Looks like,
Who is that?
I don't know. Don't know who that is for Southwestern, but it looks like you got another injury.
You know what number that is? Is that
I can't see from here who that is.
21.
It'll be Desiree Rodriguez. That's who that is for
21.
Southwestern.
I think it could have been.
And so, looks like she's fine now. Hope everything's okay there. As we have 23-25 until the end of regulation.
Excuse me.
And away we go. As that one is going to be saved. It didn't really need to be saved, because I don't think it was curving that way. Saved by Allen. And away we go again. Northwestern trying to establish anything here. As we see a few passes and the ball goes out of bounds.
Subs. Okay.
And we get a lot more subbing going on
They're
here.
22 for who?
3 subs for
Six.
Northwestern
They're
coming
22 for
in.
6.
It'll be Lily Anderson coming in.
17.
We'll see Caitlin Bedard come back in.
11.
And we'll see
What?
McMillan come back in.
5 for Lily.
Who's 5 for 3?
No.
And then
Seven.
who?
And Southwestern
10.
throwing
That's
it
the
in.
next one.
15 and 10.
Yeah. I don't know, there's a specific order. I just write down who comes
No, I
in,
got
who's
you.
not.
As we continue to try. As the battle rages on here with 22 minutes to go until the end of regulation. Southwestern will throw it in here. And it was to guess who? Swain again. He revolved, goes back out of bounds. Southwestern throwing it again to Swain. Trying to get something here. Not really a whole lot there though. As I believe it went out of bounds. Yes, it did. Northwestern will get the ball back. "21 minutes until the end of regulation now. And another substitution
Or is that 9?
as Brianna Vanetz comes in for Southwestern.
Yes.
And comes into the game for Tiana Watkins.
We got 22 coming in here shortly.
22 coming in or 22? Oh, okay. 22 already went in answer.
Robert.
Yeah.
And Southwestern ready to go back on defense. Northwestern with the ball here. Trying to establish something, anything at this point. Goes out of bounds again, and it will be Southwestern ball. They'll throw it in here, but Northwestern gets a pretty good jump on it. Good defense there by the Rangers. They just continue to try to roll back down the field. As it was McMillan getting it away, but now it goes back over to Southwestern. Tralla getting it over to, I believe that is Rodriguez, I want to say, but now it's taken away by Northwestern. Campbell has it.
Foul. No.
And he's in the collision there, but the ref says play on, so they will. The shot that goes behind the net for Northwestern.
What a shot.
I would not make Tiara Campbell mad if I was you.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting strategy. I'm not going to sit here and say it isn't.
22 for 27.
We get another sub as for Northwestern. Carly Massengale will come in for Campbell. As we continue to see here, ball once again out of bounds. Southwestern will throw it into play. Big Moreno getting it in, trying to get it to Swain, but Northwestern gets a pretty good beat on it again. As we see Edmiston get it over to Nunez.
Okay.
Now we get an opportunity for a brief moment before it is knocked away by Tralla of Southwestern. Now back across the field. Swain gets it. She's got a 2-on-1 if she had wanted it. And the shot is saved by Allen.
Number
15.
Another great save by Reagan Allen. As she gets it back in play over to Edmiston. Passing it down. Trying to get around her. Oh, so close. McMillan almost for a moment, a brief moment, it looked like she was going to be able to get around Hughes. Hughes makes an absolutely great play on the ball. And as we go back to midfield, once again, who's going to win this battle? I mean, this has been the most exciting battle of the game, you know. Who's going to get the ball at midfield? As it goes out of bounds, Southwestern throwing it back in, but it goes right to Northwestern. As they will once again try to establish something real quick before nearly turning it over, and then they do. As Trall is able to get it, try to pass it around to someone. She does. Once again, trying to pass it downfield. Knocked away. Good header there again by Edmiston.
Ooh.
And then Southwestern getting it back. This would be Moreno trying to get something going before it's gotten back by McMillan. And now Southwestern back with it again. It's Torrey getting it out to, I believe that is Petrino. Yes, it is. The ball continuing to just fly here with only 17 minutes left until the end of regulation. See, both teams really pick up the pace here in the past few minutes.
Yeah, they're trying not to go to overtime or have
Both these teams really wanting this one, which you would expect from a rivalry game. But
one of the best rivalries.
Number 5 on who is that?
it appears we've got a penalty.
Uh-oh.
Don't know who this is.
Not even
Don't know who it is on though. It appears it's on Northwestern.
It says that Reagan Allen had 4 saves in the first half, and I think she's already had 4 saves already.
I think so. You know, she might be looking at double-digit saves the way this game's gone. That one is booted in. Good opportunity.
Good.
Another save by Allen.
I see River turnaround. 18.
No.
Blonde hair.
the taller.
Northwestern putting it in again. Once again, batted away by Southwestern. Gets it over to Benitez, who then gets it over to Torres. Trying to establish something here, but Northwestern's able to get it away. Winston able to pounce on that one, but it goes out of bounds.
24 for 11.
Some more subs coming in for Northwestern, as Norwood will check back into the game, and Kealoha will come back into the game. And a little bit of a volleyball update. Northwestern has taken the first set in Weatherford. They have a 1-0 lead there, which is always good to see in any sport, seeing Northwestern beat Southwestern, from our perspective, of course, as the ball goes out of bounds again. With Northwestern throwing it in. Trying to get something here. As it once again goes out of bounds, and this time will be Southwestern's ball. Thrown in again, booted up in the air by Torrey of Southwestern. Ball trying to bounce around a bit. Getting it in the hands of the defense. And slaying. And
foul number 21, that foul's going to go number 15.
And we got a foul on Swain again of Southwestern.
Hopefully this could be a little bit of a momentum change.
Yeah, 15 minutes left until regulation ends. Trying to get something. Speaking of Swain, there she is with the ball again for Southwestern. Trying to race downfield, make sure something happens, but it's knocked out by Edmiston of Northwestern. So Southwestern ready to throw it in here. Gets it into Rocha before it is back in the hands of Northwestern, and now it is in the to McMillan. Booted up in the air over to Nunez, and then Southwestern gets it back over to Trauma. She passes it downfield over to Torres, trying to get someone back over to Swain. Swain fighting Torres again. Torres trying to get it in, and a near shot, a near opportunity, but we got another foul.
Good little foul there. That's gonna help.
Yeah,
get that ball out of there.
Exactly. That was
17?
Yep.
Foul 17 on 5.
interesting. I believe the foul is on Benitez of Southwestern. Northwestern trying to make a big push here at the end. Only 13 minutes to go. As that ball goes out of bounds and will be Southwestern's ball again. It feels like anytime Northwestern gets something to go their way, immediately goes right back to
I
Southwestern.
mean, they just take it straight from them.
And that's kind of been the story of the last 5 to 10 minutes, it feels like. Northwestern tries something, Southwestern gets it back. And we see it happen again right there. Southwestern trying to march downfield again. Knocked up in the air. And now it's trying to get someone there. That was Benitez who had it for a moment for Southwestern. And now it is over to Hainborg of Northwestern. Trying to get it done now. Northwestern trying to get something downfield, but Southwestern's able to knock it away. But only for a brief moment, it looks like, before that ball gets knocked out of bounds and will stay with Southwestern. Ball thrown in. Southwestern trying to get something here, but it is taken away again by Hainborg, who's able to kick it before being knocked up in the air by Trolla. And then Nunez with a header. Southwestern gets it, but a big deflection there by, I believe that was Edmiston. And now McMillan with the ball trying to get something, a shot that goes wide.
I mean, they're just trying to take shots at this point, and if you can get one, that'll be great.
Exactly. As time continues to roll, 12 minutes. So if you're both teams, what do you think is kind of the mindset here?
Well, something I kind of have seen in soccer by watching it is that as long as you stick with your, opponent when the ball goes down right to their goal, I mean, as long as you can stick with them and not have them a shot, it gives the goalie a better chance of saving it.
Exactly. Ball being put into play off of Swain. Now over to Rocha. And it's Swain again with it for Southwestern. Trying to come right down the field.
Stick with it.
Being contested, though, by Edmiston. It goes out of bounds and will stay with Southwestern. Southwestern throwing it back in, getting it to Moreno. Putting it up. The shot will not go and will roll on out of bounds. 11 minutes to go now. And as a Southwestern, Northwest continuing to battle it out here. And that is Anderson getting it away. Trying to do something here. Southwestern, Northwestern once again continuing the battle. This is a nice move there by Hainborg, trying to get it downfield for the Rangers. Before it is knocked away by Trolla again. Well, she has been almost everywhere, it feels like. Anytime Northwestern gets any momentum, she's able to show up and make a big play. As it goes out of bounds once again, Southwestern throwing it in. Before being knocked out of bounds again, and Southwestern will keep possession under 10 minutes officially. Trying to get something going here for really either team, but it's booted up in the air, and the ball goes up and out of bounds.
Foul on.
Number 2.
Well, it will be a
Number 5.
foul,
Yeah.
and it will be a foul
I
on,
memorized numbers at this point.
I believe a foul on Trolla.
I can't see it. Sorry.
Because it's not out of bounds. It's just a foul. Goes out of bounds.
So Northwestern getting it away here, trying to get something at this point. I mean, a big shot opportunity, but it is swallowed up by Hughes.
You want to give it to him?
Hughes booting it away, but it is knocked up in the air on a header by Bedard. Or not Bedard, actually. Hainberg, excuse me. Hainberg's still trying to find something here. Trying to pass it to someone, and that will eventually sail out of bounds. And some more
10
subs
for
as,
15 on their side.
as Campbell comes back in for the Rangers.
Okay,
Bass
10
comes
for
back in
15.
for Southwestern.
Okay.
And
8 for
McLaughlin
14
comes
on our
in
team.
for Northwestern.
14,
And
27,
for 22.
22.
So very big. This is getting very serious now. 8 minutes to go. Something's got to give. Ball put in play again. Southwestern with the ball trying to make a charge as Rocha gets it over, but then it is knocked away briefly for a moment. Ball will go out of bounds, and it will be Northwestern ball. McLaughlin throws it in, trying to get something. Southwestern knocks it out.
Sorry.
So as we wait here to see exactly for the ball to be thrown in, as Northwestern gets it to throw in there, knocked away briefly for a moment by Southwestern. They do eventually get it back for only momentarily though, and then only momentarily Northwestern has the ball, but then they get it back for a moment. Norwood trying to get something.
What?
Battle continues again, and a penalty, I believe.
Oh,
On the
Memorize.
ball. On the ball.
21.
I
Thursday night.
I really do not know who that penalty was on. I'm trying to find out
It
here.
was our 30, wasn't it?
Yeah, 30.
I think it was on Norwood, but
Yeah.
is the ball flying across the air again as they've done so much tonight. Northwestern going to be able to track this one down as McMillan comes after it. This ball will be booted, sail across, and then go out of bounds.
It's still picking it up.
I've got a recording on my phone. But I'm going to act like it's recording. Southwestern throwing it in, trying to get something here, and it once again is batted up by Northwestern for a brief moment, only to go back to Rocha, and then briefly to Barino for a moment. But now, once again, here comes Bass trying to get something, going out of bounds though. Or is it a corner? It'll actually be a corner. Big moment in the game here with only 5 minutes to go. Kick is away. And it is batted away by Northwestern. I believe it was Anderson getting the header on that one. Southwestern getting possession back real quick though. Anderson nearly with a good swipe at it again for the Rangers. And a shot that is saved again by Allen.
21. Save.
Allen booting it out. Getting it over to McMillan. Northwestern trying to get something going here. McMillan continuing to try to get something, but it'll be back into the hands of Southwestern. Torrey getting it away. We're going out of bounds now. Whose ball? It'll be Northwestern's ball. They'll run it in. They'll throw it right at a Southwestern player, only for it to bounce off of Bass, and it'll stay Northwestern's ball. Once again, thrown in. Batted up again by a Northwestern player. But Southwestern gets it right back to Bass for Southwestern. And here we go, off to the races. Benitez having it for Southwestern before being taken away by Hainborg. Trying to establish something. Norwood with the ball now for Northwestern. Only 4 minutes to go. Trying to get something going here. Norwood booting it away. Over to Nunez real quick. It'll go over to Keelah.
Okay.
And now Southwestern getting the ball back. They've got an opportunity here. Southwestern's got a pretty good shot trying to get a breakdown. And it will sail over the net. another missed opportunity for Southwestern.
20, no. 17,
12.
17.
17?
I have a 12.
I don't know.
As the ball comes back into play, Southwestern with it. Bass trying to do something for the Bulldogs. Trying to really get anything, but she cannot. And is knocked away by McLaughlin and will sail out of bounds, but be Southwestern ball. Getting really intense here in the final few minutes. Only 3 to go. As Marino trying to get something done for the Bulldogs. Is knocked away, and another save by Allen. 3 minutes even. 0-0. Who is going to win this one is still not been answered this evening. Up in the air we go. Batted away. Going to be over to Tralla for Southwestern. Trying to find anywhere to get something in a battle again between players. And it is going to be Kealoha again for Northwestern getting it. Over to McMillan trying to find something here. Making a move. Trying to get anything. Trying to make another move. Doesn't get it. But it'll be back to Kealoha. Looking around. Back to McMillan. And the shot. Put up. Campbell trying to get something. It'll be over, and a shot that will go wide to the right by Anderson.
What?
2 minutes to go. Final push here for Southwestern. If I was Southwestern, I think I'd kind of try to play keep away for a minute here and then set up your final attack, but we'll see what they do. They turn it over to Nunez for a brief moment. It was blocked. And then, oh man, Hainborg had a shot at. She still has a shot at it.
Yeah, for sure.
And now Southwestern able to get a piece of it. But then it goes over to McLaughlin. And now back to Southwestern. As Torres gets a shot at it. Ball keeps getting deflected. Now it's over to Bass. And now the ball's still just kind of anyone's ball really here. Torrey finally getting possession of it for Southwestern, but puts it up before it is knocked away by Bedart, and out of bounds it sails. 1:08 to go. Coach Pekarski really fired up down there. As we enter the final minute, Southwestern throwing it in. Trying to find anything whatsoever here if you're the Bulldogs. Another opportunity, it's deflected, and out of bounds they go. Or no, it's a corner kick it looks like here. 40 seconds, everyone trying to scramble, trying to get something here. This is a giant moment in the game. 30 seconds, the cross, looking something, nothing there. Southwestern will keep it though. Big shot opportunity, but a great defensive play again from McLaughlin.
Nunez.
Actually, Nunez, correction. Northwestern again trying to get
10,
something.
9,
As we
8,
get to the final few
7,
seconds, it is
6,
knocked away
5,
by McMillan,
4,
and that
3,
will
2,
do
1,
it.
0. At the end of regulation, the score is 0-0.
Folks,
I think we're going to go golden goal. Golden goal.
regulation is over.
Whoever scores first one. I think it's golden goal.
What a game. What a match, folks. Got to have a little bit of OT to cap this one off. You wouldn't really want it any other way, would you?
Oh no. I mean, good golden goal coming up for both teams, and whoever scores wins. And if they can't score in the first 2 golden goals, I think we're going to penalty
It's
kicks.
fine.
I believe so. So we will take a time out with you as what has just been an absolutely exciting game goes to the golden goal. We'll be back in a few. You're watching NWTV7's coverage of Ranger Soccer.
Howdy Rangers, are you needing that morning drink, snack, something to wake you up, start your day, make you feel alive? Well, come on down to the Ranger Market, located in a student center, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. to get your half-price Starbucks drink. Or come get your regular snack price items. Ride, Rangers, ride. Hey Rangers, are you wanting to get loud, excited, and on your feet for a sporting event? Well, we encourage you to come out, but not alone. Bring a friend or family member and show them the experience on what it's like to be a true Ranger. So when that next home game rolls around, they'll be begging for you to go. So get loud, get proud, and bring that special someone to cheer the Rangers on as they make that game-winning score. And as always, ride, Rangers, ride.
Do you need to work out but don't have a place to do it? Then head on over to the Wellness Center. They are open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Sunday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Need help on what to do? They have personal training. Want to learn how to swim? Take one of the swim lessons. How, do you ask? Just walk into the front desk and start a membership. Or if you're a student, just swipe your card. Ride, Rangers, ride. Were you stuck doing homework on game day? Or even stuck at work? Or maybe you just couldn't make it? Well, fear not. NWTV7 has you covered. Stop what you're doing and pull out your phone, tablet, or computer, whatever you have, and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at NWTV7, so you can stay up to date and don't miss anything that we do. Ride, Rangers, ride.
And we are back in action. 10 seconds to go until the start of overtime here. Now this is what we call a golden goal, where if someone scores, this thing is over. Now, it'll be a 10-minute period. If no one scores during this period, we'll play another 10 minutes. And then I believe if both 10-minute periods are over and we're still tied, it ends in a draw. So here we go. We get to see the rare period 3.
Huh?
We got the second half one?
The second half?
That's the first half again.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
So away we are about to go.
6.
Both teams absolutely ready for this, and away we finally go. Overtime here in Alva. Who would have thought?
4.
Definitely not me.
Southwestern off to a solid start here with the ball in overtime, and we've got a... And we immediately start with Southwestern getting the ball, and now they've got a pretty decent opportunity here. I mean, you get the throw in here, so. We kind of wait to see what happens.
I'll give it to you.
Northwestern booting it up and in, and it is nearly goes in. My goodness, it'll go all the way back. Campbell trying to challenge, but it will go out of bounds, and it will be Northwestern ball. The pace really is picked up. Here's it bounces in. Campbell trying to find someone here for the Rangers. Gets it over to McMillan. McMillan shoots and it gets deflected and will roll out of bounds.
Yeah, they're trying to get that fast pace going there to throw Southwestern off. Trying to get a quick, easy goal, but unfortunately Southwestern was too fast to get there.
Yeah, Southwestern was definitely ready for it.
Right there.
8 minutes to go here in the period.
5. 14.
Trying to see
15.
what all can be done here.
21.
This would be a great
30,
opportunity for a header right here.
17.
It would.
Okay.
on the kick, and it is a great save by Hughes.
10.
Yep.
You're right there. Right there.
I've noticed the pace
24.
has really picked up. Even after just a stoppage, everyone's running down the field ready to go.
Alright, we'll go
Up
back
in the
and
air,
do
the ball
some
goes
scoop.
again, trying to get into the hands of someone.
Who kicked
Swain again. I mean, what can you say about Swain? She's just been everywhere.
She's fast. She's good, and she knows where to be at the right time.
Exactly. Right place, right time. Northwestern getting the ball back, though. It'll be Bedard. Booting it on over. Overshooting her target, but that might have ended up working well. As Tralla will finally get it for Southwestern. Gets it back over, though, to Hainborg of Northwestern. Rangers trying to set something up here with a pass over to Marks. And then it will be shot on over
Do
to
you want me to do the
Southwestern.
corner?
Yeah, there.
Southwestern now back with the ball, at least for a few moments. Swain trying to get it, but it will be kicked away by Northwestern and is now in possession of Edmiston.
Seems like Northwestern's really picked up momentum here into that.
They really have. That big stop right there at the end of the half really seemed to have helped energize them, as we have 6 minutes to go in the period.
Well, if you have noticed, is that when they're running for the ball, T.R. Campbell is very fast.
Yes. I mean, there's the reason she was named Offensive Player of the Week in the GAC twice.
Alright,
That's basically
oh,
it.
you caught up.
I mean,
Northwestern
there's just a
again trying to
corner.
find
Alright, well,
something here.
And then our number
As Benitez was able to try to find something, but knocked away by Bedard. Now back to Southwestern. Rodriguez with it, booting it off, trying to find something, but instead we get a miscue real quick. But Allen is able to get it.
Give me there too.
Dives for it, and
24.
Yeah, big dive, big stop again.
Five.
if she had a classic ball, I'd want her my goalie for sure.
5, 17,
Yeah.
6,
Boot it off again.
22,
Right
8,
back to Southwestern. Trying to get something
24,
here. Nearly missed
21,
by Morphy.
18,
Okay.
15,
But it
and
will
then their
stay.
goal. And then
with
Canada just 21
Southwestern.
on us had a handball.
Bulldogs looking to take advantage here.
Martin?
Yeah.
Is that a free kick for the Bulldogs? Handball.
We're all set up, ready to go. 5.5 minutes until the end of the period, and the boot is underway, and it will be batted up, and oh my god, nearly again knocked away.
He
And
literally just kicked her in the face.
I mean,
That's tough.
Sorry, guys.
absolutely
Our fault.
just well. I'm gonna try to be as non-biased as possible
Yeah, these
here.
are free forever.
Seems like she kind of kicked herself in there.
Yeah, that kind of seems
the clock.
like a little bit of a self-injury, as we've got an injury timeout once again. We will be back after this.
Do we win the sense?
You're watching Ranger Soccer on
did.
Do you
NWTV7.
know the scoreboard?
No. But I can look it up.
No, it's not.
Just kidding.
It really did. I'm sorry. That was hilarious. I don't mean to be mean, but that's kind of funny.
Alright. Watch.
All right, back in action now. 5 minutes to go in the period, halfway through. Still 0-0. Next goal wins. As Northwestern puts it into play, but immediately going right back to Southwestern. Benitez getting it over to Torrey. Trying to get something Southwestern. Gonna lose possession again. Northwestern getting it over to Norwood now for the Rangers, who gets it in over to Marks for a brief moment. Back to Southwestern. Now it's Torrey with it. She nearly loses it, but it does find Swain again. And now Swain trying to find something, getting a bit of a spin move there, trying to get any shot, but it is deflected away by Anderson. And the Rangers, once again, another big defensive stop as the ball continues to be batted around. But now Northwestern's got it. It's Armis again who got it, and now it's over to Hainborg. Northwestern trying to really get something set up here. Hainborg trying to find something, but once again, Tralla again, that big play. I mean, she's just made so many key plays tonight. Now back to Northwestern, though. Bedard getting to boot it away. Back over to Northwestern for Marks for a brief moment. And then that one is booted out of
They're
play by Anderson.
Our
Southwestern will throw it
Yeah,
in.
so
And we've got more substitutions coming up.
Very fast pace here. Keep it going.
I mean, an extremely fast pace.
Yeah. I'm
Those
liking
subs
it.
will not happen yet, though. Southwestern throwing it in. But then a nice deflection here by Armis trying to get something. Now Campbell's got it. And now Northwestern once again trying to get something. I believe that's McMillan with the ball. Trying to get a shot here, and that will go behind the net. So 2 minutes now in the period. I mean, it is
So
dire times, and we will finally get our subs
we got
if you're
20,
Northwestern
24,
with Kiloa
27,
and Nunez and Massengale all
11,
coming in.
2 for
Really
15.
risky
All right,
taking Campbell
we got
out.
11
That is
for
kind of risky. You
24.
got someone who's
We
had
got
9
22
goals
for
on the
27,
year, who's been very clutch
22.
on the year, giving her a breather real quick.
And then we
I don't know
have
if your
2 for
strategy
15.
changes a bit maybe with her out or not.
Maybe just giving her a breather and seeing if they can make it all the way till that second goal.
Hold on for 2:24 here.
Yeah.
And if we get a foul here,
It'd be really
The
nice.
one in the middle,
Set
I
us
don't know
up.
if it's number 6 or number 8.
trying to see
The one running
who
back right there
was on.
with the darker hair, the longer hair. On our number 14.
I'm trying to see who it is. Don't know who.
Number 6.
And
Number
it
6.
be on a Rocha. So that penalty will be on.
Stop the clock.
Now another clock
Riley
stoppage
got a yellow.
with a yellow card. And
Who's
that
Riley?
will be
Should have
against
come out.
Yep.
number 10, Riley Marks.
Start.
No, not yet.
So with a minute 50 here in the final period, things really heated up, you could say.
Start.
Yeah, first yellow of the game, I think, if I'm correct.
I believe so. As that
And
one
it's-
goes into play and then rolls out of play.
Foul.
I'd like
But
to
a
see
big penalty right
Yeah,
there,
bro.
though.
Number 6 on our 22.
And another penalty on Rocha. So Northwestern here, a very, very big opportunity.
I don't know.
A minute 23 to go in the period.
kick it in here and let this be the game.
I mean, if you're a Northwestern fan, that's absolutely what you're hoping for right now. The shot is up, and it will go wide. There's nothing there.
You're
I
hoping
mean,
for a Gabe Burkage,
yeah.
little.
Not to confuse American football and what the rest of the world calls football, but ball continuing to be batted around between both teams here. Finds its way for a brief moment in the hands of Anderson for
Number 17
Northwestern,
shot.
and another save by Hughes with 43 seconds left in the period. And a big boot again by Hughes. We're back at midfield. Southwestern trying to set something up. Swain trying to do something. And we got ourselves, I believe, another penalty.
You stopped it, right?
Yep, and another yellow card.
Riley just got 2 yellows.
She's out.
Yeah, that is her second yellow on Riley Marks.
2 yellows equal
So,
a red.
Yes, and 2 yellows, yes, equal a red. So that will be the day for Marks.
Yellow card. Is it a red? Is it considered red or yellow?
It wasn't yellow.
It was
but
a yellow, but it
is
went to
red.
red.
Just said yellow.
And so
Yeah.
Lekarski wanting an explanation here. Trying to
So
see
don't
if
start the clock or fix
Southwestern
the clock?
Southwestern trying to roll something here.
That's all for
And that one will go out of bounds.
Just wait.
Okay.
And so it will be Northwestern ball. They will get it thrown in here. Trying to get something
9,
established here with
8,
Massengales. The clock
7,
continues to roll down.
6,
Big opportunity here
5,
for Nunez.
4,
Trying to get something going
3,
here. And
2,
she will whiff at it.
0.
Northwestern wants a penalty. They do not get it. What we do get, however, is the end of the period. Pekarski was furious for a moment. He absolutely wanted that penalty.
And half.
He's still talking.
He is, yeah, he's still
Confirm
chirping.
now.
Yeah.
I've never seen him miss
Confirm
it.
now. Confirm
Very
now.
interesting
Sorry?
how.
Very, yeah,
5
very
minutes, yeah.
interesting with how this ended. Got really quick here for a moment. We will come back in a few minutes. Folks, we're going to double overtime essentially here. How often does this happen? We'll be back with NWTV7's coverage of Ranger soccer.
Where soccer is played and goals are made. We now introduce you to the NWTV7 crew. Your play-by-play commentator, Kay Kennedy. Your color, Dakota Wagner. Your sideline reporter, Taylor Powell. Your producer, Jared Reeder. This is NWTV7 presenting.
And we are back here
You guys don't
with the final 10 minutes of the game. If someone scores, it's over. If someone doesn't score, it's a draw. And Northwestern gets the start here. And it will go directly to Hughes.
Don't worry about that.
So Southwestern kind of slowing it a bit down now from compared to the hectic final few minutes we saw of the first overtime period.
6, 8,
As long as they can keep it on the
5.
Southwestern side for the majority of the time, I have a good feeling.
Exactly.
Is it-
Whoever we see is kind of the bigger aggressor here, I think will have the better chance
We
of
have
pulling
5,
this off.
14, 30, 21,
Both these teams like to rely on their defense, but you have to rely on your offense to
27,
get something
9,
done
2,
here.
11. We have 17.
Battling continues, and right
Yes, we
now
have 5 in.
it's Anderson with the ball for Northwestern, trying to make her way up the field.
17.
And that ball's booted. Campbell's going to get it.
14, 21.
Opportunity for her
We
to
got
do
21.
something. Trying to make someone
We have a
miss.
corner.
It will go.
We have 30. You have
It
30.
will go to be a corner.
We only need one more because you only get 10, right? Because of that.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to have a corner kick here.
9.
9.
Alright, we'll go back.
Can this be the dagger?
Yeah, I mean that's. You gotta hope so. If
Is
you're
this the
Northwestern,
dagger?
can this be the end, or will we keep going with 8 minutes to go until the end of the game?
Line it up.
They have 22 in.
Waiting to see.
It's up.
It's up, and
Stop the clock.
we got a clock stoppage here. And we have another yellow card.
On number 14.
And I think that's on
Anthony.
Edmiston of Northwestern here. So another opportunity squandered by penalties here. I mean, we've seen more yellow cards in these extra time periods here than the rest of the game. Southwestern booting it off again, and the battle continues. Oh, and we got a... It looks like we were going to have a collision there, maybe a penalty there. But instead of Swain getting away with it, she boots it up, trying to get something here, and it will sail to the right and will go
Goal kick.
out of bounds. But
19.
it will be...
21,
What's that?
R8
Yeah,
for
it'll
their
be
or
Northwestern
R number
ball
8 for
here.
14.
And another substitution for the Rangers
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's
as
their goalie.
McLaughlin will come back
We
in.
got 15, 24,
Getting kind of spicy.
Yeah, this is
20.
getting very intense here.
6,
7 minutes to go.
8,
And we've played
21.
over roughly.
We've played 103 minutes.
17.
We have not had a goal.
22, 19.
Will that be changed?
I hope
Who
Yeah.
knows as that ball rolls
It's
out of
going.
bounds.
For us.
And once again, Northwestern ready to try to get this thing going here. Feels like a sentence I've been saying a lot tonight. Both teams trying to get ready to go here and get something going, but both defenses have been very stout tonight. This ball bouncing back around there. McLaughlin bouncing it out. Got a race for the ball. It's going to be Marino of Southwestern getting it. And then that'll be booted over to Hughes. She gets it out. And now Southwestern trying to roll with something here, as they're able to get it downfield. Using every part of the body they can to get this thing across the field. But it'll go right back to McLaughlin and the Rangers.
Leave it.
And that ball will sail out of bounds, Southwestern ball. Getting it into Rocha, and now batted off again. It will be out of bounds again, and Southwestern will once again throw in with 6 minutes to go.
Seems not like a lot of time, but
It really does not. You'd think it would be, but it really isn't. Because we have another collision here, and Northwestern able to get that ball away for a brief moment, and now really it's who wants it. Nunez tries to get something. Campbell trying to do something here for Northwestern. And she's just getting
Foul.
rid to the ground, and there is a foul on
27.
Southwestern.
They're 21 or 27.
That'll be on Marino.
You don't want to hurry?
Big time right there. Clock continuing to run. 5:38 left in the game. Big time opportunity for the Rangers here with not a whole lot of time left. Kick is underway,
17.
and it is going to be knocked away by Southwestern. But Northwestern will get it right back
Why?
as Anderson boots it away. Battle for the ball here. Hainberg trying to get it for Northwestern. She is able to control it. Trying to set it up. Gets it to Campbell for a brief moment. Southwestern trying to establish possession here. Getting it over to Torres, who's going to be looking to get it to someone, and she does. Southwestern trying to pass it around. Going back to Torrey. And now over to Swain. And now over to Marino. Marino trying to find somewhere to go. Gets it over to Saruta. And Northwestern able to take it away for at least a brief moment. It's Hainborg getting it, trying to find someone to get it to. Southwestern nearly taking it back. They do take it back. Big moments here late in the game. Only 4 minutes left. Swain left alone for a moment for Southwestern. And she's going to get it. And it is going to be caught. A big save by Allen.
so
Stop it, stop it, stop it.
And we got another clock stoppage here. Another yellow card.
That
This
girl.
time it'll be against Southwestern.
I don't know her number. 22.
It'll be on Torres for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes to go. 4:01 to be specific. It is ride or die time.
Yeah.
Get a few more battles for the ball. Southwestern getting it right back. As Benitez able to try to get it down. Field trying to get something and nothing as it will roll out of bounds.
You got, no,
Yes, sir.
no. 24 for 9.
And another substitutions
15 for
by
2.
Northwestern. As McMillan will come into the game and Armaz will come into the game. Northwestern batting it away again. Trying to find something here. Either of these teams. A nice boot there. Campbell nearly got a chance at that when the way that ball was heading. But instead it'll go right back to Southwestern. Trying to set something up. Tori trying to find a teammate. She does. Seeing what all's going to happen here. A
One
nice
shot.
boot from Rodriguez. But another big save by Allen. 3 minutes left. Now coming down to 2:51. Allen booting it off again. Trying to find anyone. Nice header there from Anderson. Over to Campbell. Trying to find something.
Number 5 foul on our 27.
And a foul on Tralla of Southwestern. 2:33 to go.
ride or die.
Big time moments here in Alva. Trying to make sure the ball's placed correctly. McMillan wanting it the way she wants it.
Stop it.
And away we go. The boot. It is going to be a miscue there. The Rangers look to try to get something, but nothing will go. Another great defensive play by Southwestern. And it will be McMillan getting it back, trying to set something up here.
9 for 22. They're number 9.
And a big sub again for Southwestern as Watkins will come back into the game for Torres.
This time.
Southwestern getting this thing back into play here. I mean, every moment is critical at this point. Only 1:33 left. Swain trying to make a push downfield. Has an opportunity for a brief moment. Still has an opportunity. Trying to find something, and it is wide. And it will continue to roll and roll and roll until it is booted by Norwood of Northwestern and sails out of bounds. It'll be Southwestern ball. 1:08 to go. And we have another clock stoppage. I do not know why.
Injury down.
Well, we have an injured player down there. I do not see for Southwestern. Meanwhile, kind of giving a volleyball update here real quick. Northwestern up 2-0 on Southwestern. They're currently trailing in the third set. And with that, we will not take a break as it appears she's up right now.
Can you tell who that is? She's gonna come out.
Is it 15?
I think it is. I think,
Yeah, it's
looking at the
15.
injured player, yep, it is Swain. But it's good to see that she's up and walking.
Number 10 came in.
And so Bass will come in for Swain here for the final minute 08 of the game.
I'm missing one. 3, 6, 9, 10.
Ball
Yeah,
being
start,
thrown
start,
in now
start.
by the Bulldogs. Trying to find anything here. Who wants this final minute of the game? Northwestern trying to get something. This ball is going to nearly go out of bounds, but Southwestern keeping it in play, and it is booted away. And Southwestern, Northwestern, once again, just kind of trading kicks at this point. Neither team really establishing true possession of the ball here. It's been a kind of common theme of the game. Everyone trying to battle it out here. Who wants it? 32 seconds to go. It will go out of bounds. Both coaches fired up here. Everyone really trying to settle it. 23 seconds to go. Northwestern's got it. Big boot here. Trying to get it to Campbell, but it's knocked away by Petrino. And now Northwestern has it again. It's Anderson trying to get a boot downfield. Time nearly running out. Big play by Southwestern trying to boot it back downfield. Knocked away. Northwestern will keep this a tie.
End of double overtime with the score 0-0.
And that is how it ends. 0-0. What a game.
Oh yeah. Not a loss, not a win.
Anybody shoot
Not a loss,
No.
not a win. Only the third draw ever, I believe, between Northwestern and Southwestern.
Very surprising.
In a long history that goes back 20 years, for the first time in a few, Northwestern does not lose this one. It is merely a draw. And so as we kind of head to the post-game here, Dakota, what would you say were kind of some of the main takeaways, I guess you could say, from this game now? Having watched it, what would you say would be kind of the main key thing to take away from this one?
Well, I mean, you can't really be too mad that you didn't lose, but very good defense. I mean, you didn't have a lot of offensive shots. Southwestern took a whole lot of shots. You really got to give it to Reagan Allen, the goalkeeper. She had some crazy saves and really kept this game even. But if the Rangers had some more opportunities to put the ball in the net and had some more shots, it would have been, I think, a 1-0 outcome.
And I think this game really was just a great defensive battle. There were so many opportunities on both sides to really break away during the game. There were a few, shots that looked good until they weren't. That's always how these games seem to go. And for Northwestern to just kind of hang in there, hold on, weather the storm at times, and get a draw is very good to see. And I believe that will do it for us, for Dakota Wagner and Jerry Reeder on camera this evening. I'm Cade Kennedy, and have a great night, everybody.